Working while receiving SSI is one of the most confusing situations beneficiaries face, and in 2026, the rules are even more important to understand. Many people believe that working a few hours a week is always harmless, but that's not how SSI evaluates income. Even small amounts of earned income can change your payment, and in some cases, they can trigger a wage review, a reporting requirement, or an overpayment. In today's video, we're going to break this down step by step so you understand exactly what happens if you work even a few hours in 2026, how your earnings are counted, what the SSI formula will do to your monthly benefit, and how to protect yourself from unexpected letters or payment delays. Before we begin, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to Social Security posts so you never miss an important update. And if you have questions about your own SSI situation, your work hours, or how income affects your check, leave them in the comments below. I answer every question I can. SSI determines your eligibility and payment based on your countable income, which is income the program decides must be factored into your monthly calculation. Earned income includes wages from a job, self-employment earnings, or payment for any work you perform. Unearned income includes items such as pensions, unemployment benefits, workers' compensation, some VA payments, or even financial support from another person. In 2026, these categories still function the same, but the oversight of income reporting has expanded due to updated verification systems that match employer wage data more frequently. Understanding the difference between the two categories is essential because earned income is treated more favorably than unearned income. But both types can reduce your SSI payment if not handled correctly. What makes this especially important is the frequency of wage checks in 2026. SSA continues to match payroll data through its automated systems, and this means even small amounts of income can be detected quickly. It doesn't matter whether you work 2 hours, 5 hours, or 10 hours. What matters is the dollar amount earned and how it fits into the SSI formula. Knowing how the formula works is the foundation of protecting your monthly benefit and preventing overpayments. We're going to break down this formula next, so the information becomes simple, predictable, and easy to apply. One of the biggest misunderstandings is that SSI takes your entire paycheck away from your benefit. That's not true. In 2026, the SSI earned income formula still gives you two important deductions before income affects your payment: the $20 general income exclusion and the $65 earned income exclusion. After these deductions, only half of the remaining income counts against your SSI. This means you can work and keep a significant portion of your SSI, but only if you understand how the formula applies to your specific situation. For example, if you earn $200 in a month, SSI will subtract the $20 exclusion, subtract the $65 earned income exclusion, and then count only half of the remainder. Understanding this structure helps you avoid surprises. However, where many people run into trouble is with unreported income or income that gets recorded inconsistently by employers. When the payroll system updates, SSI may recalculate your benefit using income they believe you earned, even if the timing does not match your actual pay period. This can result in temporary reductions or notices asking for clarification. This is why even a few hours of work require accurate, timely reporting. The formula itself is straightforward, but the reporting must match the reality of your work activity to prevent errors. Many SSI recipients assume that a small amount of work will not matter. But in 2026, even a few hours of work can trigger an income check because SSA's wage matching system runs more frequently than it did years ago. If you pick up a 2-hour shift and earn $30 or $40, SSA's system still sees it as earned income and processes it through the SSI formula. Even if the reduction is small, it still may adjust your monthly payment. The important point is that SSI reviews the dollar amount, not the number of hours you worked. Additionally, part-time work can affect consistency within your record. If your employer reports earnings late or across different pay periods, SSA's system may temporarily assume you earned more or less than what you actually did. This is how many beneficiaries receive unexpected letters or payment fluctuations. The key is not to avoid working, but to understand that even small amounts of income require reporting to ensure your check stays accurate and predictable. A major point of confusion comes from mixing SSI rules with SSDI rules. SSI does not use the substantial gainful activity limit. SSI is needs-based, not work history-based. This means you can technically work more than someone on SSDI as long as your income after the formula is low enough to keep you eligible. There is no strict monthly earnings limit that automatically stops your SSI check. Instead, your countable income simply reduces your SSI payment until it possibly reaches zero. In 2026, this remains unchanged. What matters is your final countable income after exclusions. The more you earn, the lower your SSI payment becomes. Some people choose to work enough to reduce their payment to zero, which places them in a special status known as Section 1619B. This allows recipients to continue having Medicaid eligibility even if their SSI payment drops to zero due to earnings. Understanding this distinction prevents unnecessary fear and confusion about losing benefits the moment you start working. For SSI recipients under age 22 who regularly attend school, the Student Earned Income Exclusion is one of the most powerful tools in the program. In 2026, students can still exclude a significant portion of their earnings before the SSI formula applies, allowing them to work more hours without reducing their benefit. This exclusion applies monthly up to a limit and annually up to a higher maximum amount. The purpose is to encourage education, work experience, and financial independence for younger recipients. The key with SEIE is proper documentation. SSI must have proof that the individual qualifies as a regularly attending student. Any inconsistency or missing paperwork can delay the exclusion, causing earnings to be counted when they should not be. Many families and young adults miss this step and face avoidable reductions. With correct reporting, however, SEIE allows a student to retain full SSI while gaining valuable work experience. One of the most stressful situations for SSI recipients occurs when an overpayment letter arrives. Overpayments often happen when income is not reported quickly, or when SSA receives wage data that does not match what was originally reported. Even if you worked only a few hours, earnings that are not reported before SSA runs its calculations can cause the agency to overpay you. Months later, they may ask for the money back, even if the original mistake was related to timing or employer reporting delays. In 2026, this risk remains present due to automated wage data systems. Overpayments do not always mean the recipient did something wrong. They often reflect mismatches between employer payroll systems and SSA's processing timelines. The best protection is to report income immediately, keep pay stubs, and verify that employer reporting aligns with your own submissions. This makes it easier to challenge incorrect overpayments or request waivers if necessary. Timely reporting is the simplest way to maintain steady SSI payments. In 2026, reporting can be done through mobile reporting tools, the toll-free automated line, or by submitting pay stubs to your local office. The important part is reporting consistently each month, even if the job is temporary, part-time, or low-paying. SSI calculates benefits month to month, so missing a report, even once, can create a ripple effect across several months. Good reporting habits also make it easier to fix problems quickly. If SSA's wage matching system shows earnings that don't match your reporting, your pay stubs become the key evidence that helps correct the record. When everything documented aligns, SSI processing becomes much more predictable. For many recipients, consistency in reporting is the difference between stable payments and surprise fluctuations. If your earnings rise high enough that your SSI payment drops to zero, you do not automatically lose your SSI eligibility. Instead, you enter a special category known as 1619B. Under this category, you keep your Medicaid coverage as long as your annual earnings stay under your state's Medicaid threshold, which is significantly higher than many expect. This allows people to work more freely without fearing an immediate loss of medical coverage. In 2026, these thresholds continue to support working beneficiaries. Many individuals do not realize that they can maintain Medicaid even when their SSI payment temporarily stops due to earnings. This helps prevent beneficiaries from turning down work opportunities out of fear of losing healthcare access. Understanding 1619B gives you more flexibility and confidence when deciding how much to work. Working part-time can improve long-term financial stability, but only if you understand how SSI integrates your earnings into its monthly calculations. If you report income consistently and follow the SSI formula, you can often work part-time for years without losing eligibility. This also builds a work history, which can help you transition later into Social Security retirement or disability programs that use your lifetime earnings to calculate benefits. However, long-term stability requires clear communication with SSA. If hours or wages fluctuate significantly from month to month, you must keep your reporting up to date. Failure to do so can result in long review periods where SSA reassesses past months of earnings. Staying proactive ensures that your SSI record remains clean, organized, and accurate, reducing complications in the future. The simplest way to protect your benefit in 2026 is by following a few key practices. First, always report your earnings before the 10th of each month when possible. Second, keep all pay stubs, even for small jobs, because you may need them later to correct errors. Third, track your monthly hours and earnings yourself to compare them against employer reports. These habits prevent misunderstandings and allow you to correct issues quickly. Finally, always review your SSI payment each month. If your payment changes unexpectedly, ask for clarification immediately. In many cases, adjustments can be corrected before an overpayment builds up. By staying aware and engaged, you can work part-time without fear and maintain the stability of your SSI benefit. Working while receiving SSI in 2026 is completely possible, but it requires understanding how your earnings are counted and reported. Even a few hours of work can affect your benefit if your income goes unreported, or if employer wage data reaches SSA before you do. By following the formula, reporting consistently, and keeping records, you can protect your monthly check and avoid surprises. If this video helped you, please like the video and subscribe to Social Security Post. And if you have questions about your own situation, especially how working, reporting income, or receiving support affects your SSI, leave your questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to help.